Assalamu alaikum. In biology, we have started with chapter number 9, that is morphology of flowering plants. Last time we have studied definition of morphology, then about flowering plants, that are angiosperms. Then we have started with root. In root we have done typical root structure. And we have studied with the typical root structure. Now today we will start with function of root. We will study first function of roots. Now what are the functions of root? Main function, the first main function of root is fixation. Fixation, or we can say anchorage. Root helps to fix the plant body in the soil. Root helps us to fix the plant body in the soil. With the help of that, the plant is firm on the soil. Because of root, the plant is firm. It can stand on the soil. The next function is absorption of water and minerals from the soil. The next function is absorption of water as well as minerals from the soil. And last time we have studied typical root structure. In that typical root structure we have studied the region of cell elongation is responsible for absorption of minerals, and region of root hair is responsible for the absorption of water. Okay, so these two regions, that is region of cell elongation and region of root hair, helps for the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Then the third function of this root is conduction of the absorbed material. The third function is conduction of absorbed material up to the stem base. Now what are the absorbed material? Absorbed materials are water and minerals. So conduction of water and minerals to the stem base. It means that the part, that is region of cell maturation, that region, the uppermost region of cell maturation, helps to pass, conduction, or we can say to pass the absorbed material, that is water and minerals, to the upper part of the plant, that is the stem part, the base of the stem. Okay, now see this, I am giving you this answer, everything I will be giving to you in points. So if you people note these points, it will be helpful for you in the form of notes. You can study also this answer at home. Before that also I have given you major definitions of all the part, that is morphology. Then we have studied about the angiosperm, different angiosperms. Then I have also started with I have also given you the definition of root, and also the diagram of the root, that is typical root, and in that typical root you have seen different region, and by explaining that I have simultaneously given you the function of all those parts. So if you people make it note it down all the points, this will be helpful for you as a note. You can study that answer. Okay. Next is types of root. Types of root. Now roots are of two types. Roots are of two types on the basis of their origin. Okay, how the roots get originated, on that basis roots are of two types. One is tap root and the other one is adventitious root. Okay, One is taproot and other one is adventitious. So first, what is taproot? The root that develops from the radical of an embryo. The root that develops from the radical of an embryo during seed germination is called as taproot. See, what is taproot? The root, see, this is a seed, and here from the seed arises the radical. So the root that develops, see, this is a radical and here is the seed. So the root that develops from the radical of an embryo during the seed germination, here is the embryo. So from the embryo the radical arises, and from that radical later on the root arises. So that type of root is known as taproot. Okay, this is the diagram of a taproot, where the root arises from the radical of an embryo during seed germination. That is known as taproot. Now next is adventitious root. So this I have written in distinguished form. So this will be better for you to understand and to study the difference between taproot and adventitious root. Okay. So next is adventitious root. So what are adventitious root? The root that develops from any part other than the radical. Here the root that develops from any part other than the radical. Any part means from the base of the stem, or you can say leaves. So these root, that is adventitious root, develop from any part of the plant other than the radical. Why radical here do not play important role? Because here the life of the radical is short. Life of the radical is as very short, hence at the time of development of the root, as radical is not present, so this root, that is the adventitious root, develop from any part, you can say base of the stem, or you can say leaf. That type of roots are known as adventitious root. So you can see this root is arising from the base of the stem. As they arise from the radical of the embryo, this type of roots are known as true root. As this root, taproot, arises from the radical of the seed, that type of root is known as true root. And adventitious roots are known as fibrous root. Adventitious roots are known as fibrous root because they look like fibers. You can see they are looking like fibers. As they look like fibers, these roots are also known as fibrous root. Then next point is this root, that is the tap root. You can see this is the soil part. Here this tap root consists of main root. This is known as main root. Okay. Then this main root divides into secondary root. You can see it has branches, that is known as secondary root, and this secondary root has another type of branches that are known as tertiary root. Okay. The main root is known as primary root. This is the primary root, main root. Then its branches are known as secondary, and these are followed by tertiary. Okay, primary, secondary and tertiary. Now here you can see in adventitious root, this adventitious root जो do not have any main root. You can see they do not have any main root or any branch. They do not have any main root, no main root is present, no branches are present in adventitious root. The next point of this taproot is taproot grow deep inside the soil. Taproot grow deep inside the soil. You can see as it has a main root, this root grow deep inside the soil. Whereas if you see this adventitious root, these adventitious roots are present superficially. Okay, they do not go inside the soil, they are present superficially. Okay, the next point of this taproot are the main root with all its branches is known as taproot system. That main root, that is the primary root, secondary root, tertiary root, this is known as taproot system. Okay, primary, secondary, tertiary, these are known as taproot system. Whereas here, you know, as I already said, as radical is here short life, the life of the radical is very short, and hence this root arises from the base of the stem. Another root arises from the base of the stem. Hence this type of system is known as adventitious root system. Okay, in adventitious root, the system is known as adventitious root system. Why it is known as adventitious root system? Because as here radical is very short life, the life is very short of the radical, and the stem, the main root arises, the root arises from the base of the stem. Okay, you can see this is the base of the stem. This is the soil part, and here is the base of this. From the base of the stem, you can see cluster of root arises. As cluster of root arises from the base of the stem, this type of roots are known. This type of system is known as adventitious root system. Next point is taproots are seen in dicotyledonous plants. Taproot are seen in dicotyledonous plant like pea, bee, sunflower, etc. Okay, these taproots are mostly seen in dicotyledon. Whereas these adventitious roots are seen in monocotyledonous plant. Adventitious roots are seen mostly in monocotyledonous plants. Example are maize, wheat, sugarcane, etc. Then this adventitious root are also used for vegetative propagation. For if we want to reproduce the plant vegetatively, means with the help of root, stem or leaves, then this adventitious roots also help. Okay. Next is modifications of root. When the roots have to perform certain different function. Now we have studied that root have three functions. We have studied. First, what is that? First is fixation, that is anchorage. Second is absorption of water and minerals, and conduction of water and minerals to the upper part. That was the main function of root. But if the roots have to perform certain different function, function in addition to the function what they are performing, that comes under modifications. Okay, as there are two type of root, that is taproot and adventitious root, so modifications are also of two types. So first we'll see modifications of taproot. Okay, modifications of taproot for food storage. Modification of taproot for food storage. Now here taproot store food. Tap root, store food. Now where the food is stored in tap root? In the main part of the, that is the main part of the tap root, the food is stored. The main part is known as primary root, है ना? So in the primary root, that is the main root, food is stored in the tap root. As the food is stored in the main part, now this main part, it becomes swollen. If something is stored in a part, then that part will become swollen. So same here, as it is stored in the main part, this main part gets swollen. And this main part is also fleshy. You can eat it, is swollen, fleshy. Okay, and we can see they develop different structure. They develop different structure. As the main part, in the main part food is stored, this is the main primary part, है ना? And whereas the branches, that is the secondary root and tertiary root, you will find they are hairy. These secondary root are in the form of hairs. Only the food is stored in the main part, that is the primary root, whereas these secondary branches remains hairy. Okay. On the basis of the storage, on the basis of the shape, that is the swollen shape, these tap roots are classified into three types. Okay, on the basis of the swollen shape, the tap root are classified into three types. First is fusiform root. So what is fusiform root? What happens in fusiform root? Here example is reddish. Here you can see in fusiform root, the middle part is swollen. The main part is, middle part is swollen, whereas both the end tapers. As middle part is swollen and both the end tapers, it gives spindle shape to this fusiform root. The shape of the fusiform root is now spindle shape. Okay. The scientific name of radish is Raphanus sativus. Okay. The next is conical root. Conical root example is carrot, and the scientific name of carrot is Daucus carota. Okay. The scientific name is Daucus carota. See, I have underlined here both the name, and this I will explain you later on how to underline and what are the rules for writing this scientific name. We will study in our next chapter. Okay. So next is conical root. Example is carrot, Daucus carota. Now if you see the conical root, then it is broad at the base. You can see the conical root is broad at the base, and then it tapers towards the apex. Okay, it is broad at the base and it tapers at the apex. Hence it is known as conical root. And third is napiform root. Napiform root example is beetroot. Beetroot, scientific name of beetroot is Beta vulgaris. Beta vulgaris. Now, what happens in napiform root? If you see napiform root, the base of the root is highly swollen. The base of the root is highly swollen, as well as almost it is spherical in shape. You can see the base, the shape of the base is spherical in shape, and it abruptly tapers at the apex. Abruptly narrows down towards the apex. It abruptly narrows down towards the apex, whereas you can see base is more broad and it is spherical in shape. Okay, this is about napiform root. So for fusiform root, it is present swollen in the center and it tapers at both the end, whereas in conical root, it is swollen at the base and it then tapers towards the apex, whereas in the napiform root, this napiform root, here it is swollen at the base and it is almost, you can see, spherical, and it abruptly narrows towards the apex. Okay, this comes under storage root. that is modification of taproot for food storage. Okay, so today we have studied function of root, then we have studied types of root. There are two types of root, that is taproot and adventitious root. Then we have started today with the modifications of root. In modifications we have started with the modification of taproot, and this we have studied today, modification of taproot for food storage. Okay, thank you.